Hey everybody, welcome to another session of Tony Talks right here on YouTube. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all I'm Tony215. Today on Tony Talks, I want to talk about something that I talked about before previously, but I want to talk about it again because I think I've changed my view and opinion on it, and I want to share it. So, you know, I've done Tony Talks before about young men or younger men dating older men, and you know, I do hear a lot of young men say that they like older men. And I don't necessarily hear a lot of positive reviews about dating younger men from older men. So we have a dynamic in the gay community where younger men like dating older men, and older men are kind of leery about dating younger men. And I want to address it again, you know. Having been an older man, or being an older man, I have dated younger men. You know, the youngest person I think I've ever dated was 24. Yeah, 24. And you know, when I was, you know, first coming into the gay lifestyle, I did have a fascination for younger men. I didn't want a guy my age. I definitely didn't want a guy my older than me, you know. But you know, starting out, I became victim to the young men because basically I was a target, you know, for what they thought I had or what I had, you know. Of course, I had my own apartment. I had a business going, and you know, I was, you know, making my moves and everything in the world, as a man should, whether you're gay or straight. And a lot of young men, you know, or the young men that I ended up in relationships with, you know, they saw that, you know. And I don't necessarily think that, you know, they maliciously, you know, sought to come after me because of the things that I had. I think it was in a form of admiration. I do think it was a form of, you know, looking at a man and admiring what he's doing in the world. I do think it was a form of that, but I just don't think the actions behind it were correct, because, you know, instead of like admiring what I was doing in the world and, you know, being in a relationship with me, trying to, you know, jump in and help me with what I'm doing, or trying to be involved, or you know, especially if you're not working, because a lot of the younger men, they weren't working. You know, most of them didn't have a place to stay. When you really found out, you know, when you really got down to the logistics of things, they really didn't have a place to stay. You know, most of them didn't have money, you know. So I could see how, you know, yeah, you could be a target, and I could see how older men could feel like they're a target, you know, when you find out that this person doesn't have these things. You know, I had these things when I was young. You know, I bought my first house when I was 21. You know, hell, I ran for mayor of Fort Lauderdale, Florida when I was 21. So, you know, I was doing, you know, I guess grown man things, I guess, at 21. But, you know, everybody has their journeys, and everybody has their different journeys. But I just find that a lot of young men are unstable, and then when they do meet an older man, he's already established. And of course, you know, the older man, in some aspects and regards, can be made to feel like that young man is there just for what he has, you know. I think my best advice to a young man that is seeking to date an older man, if you see an older man and you admire the things that he is doing in life, you know, you admire his job, you admire, you know, his clothes, the things that he's acquired for himself, that's great. But the proper thing to do is to either come into a relationship with your own or jump in and help him with his, you know. Don't be a burden, but be a help. You know, I think, you know, when I had my smoothie business, you know, I was dating a younger man and it was just me, you know. I was the employee, I was the manager, I was the owner, you know, I was the person that did the prep, you know. I had to do it all, you know, and I had, you know, this beautiful young man, you know, trying to date me, or we were in some type of relationship, I guess. And, you know, and maybe he did admire what I was doing, but I mean, he wasn't doing anything. So I felt like, you know, hey, why don't you jump in and help me, you know? But he didn't want to do that. You know, he just wanted to live off the spoils of, you know, the work. You know, he just wanted to, you know, live off the money, you know, that was being generated from the business. And then, you know, that's where, you know, the older man, that's where I felt, you know, like I'm just, you know, here because I'm satisfying all your needs, you know. And that's kind of like how it's always been. I did date one young man, you know. He got down the trenches with me. I mean, he got down the trenches with me, and you know, he stuck by me. He was very loyal, but he didn't know how to treat me. And that's another thing. It's another issue that I think, you know, when it comes to young men dating older men, is, you know, treating each other a certain way, you know. I know the young men always feel like, you know, an older man is always trying to tell them what to do, always trying to boss them around, you know. And you know, I know every situation is different. You know, you do have some older men that are just like 21-year-olds. They're immature, you know. So I can't really speak to everybody, but just hypothetically, you know, speaking, an older man should be mature. An older man should be even thinking and calm and cool, collected, all those great things. So I'm just gonna go with the notion, you know, that this is what older men do. I know they don't all do that, but they should. So, you know, older men, you know, feel that young men don't really know how to treat them, you know. And young men have to understand that you are dating an older man. You know, you're not dating someone that's 20. You're not dating someone that's probably in their early 30s, you know. You know, as you get down into the age, you know, things may slow down, you know. Sex drive, you know. You know, young guys want to have sex every single day. And I get it. I get it, you know. I was younger. I thought sex every single day was it. It was the thing. That's what you're supposed to do. But, you know, sex doesn't have to be every day, you know. Sex is actually better when you wait, when you let it build up. When you just let it build up, you know, especially when you're attracted to the person and you really love the person and you just, you know, you want to just, you know, that person, and and you just let it wait and you build it up maybe about 2 weeks and then you just go at it, you know. Like, to me, you know, that's when sex is good, you know. Sex cannot be good, or cannot continue to be good if you're doing it every single day, because you're gonna get used to it and it's gonna be routine and mundane and you might get bored, you know, and that may, you know, have an effect on your sex life. So I really don't even recommend having sex every single day. You know, I've changed my view and opinion on that. But you know, from my experiences of dating young men, I felt like, you know, they didn't really know how to treat me, you know, because, you know, an older man, I would think, wouldn't be into arguing and throwing shit and calling each other out of each other's name. You know, I just wouldn't think an older man would be into that. So, you know, I definitely wasn't into that. You know, and young men, you know, that I was dating, you know, they get mad, they want to throw stuff and, you know, get in your face and all that stuff. You're over stupidity, stupid shit. And it's too much for me. It's too much for me because, you know, I am who I am. You know, I'm very calm, laid back, easygoing, reserved. I don't do drama, you know. So, but the whole point of this video is, I think that there's hope for young men that like to date older men, and older men that might be on the fence about dating a younger man. And this is why this is something I've changed my view on it, because, you know, I've asked the question, you know, can a young man and an older man have a successful, long-lasting relationship? Can it result even into marriage, you know? And a lot of people said yes, and some people said no, and I think a lot more people said no than they said yes. Not sure. But I used to think that it wasn't possible. I used to think that it wasn't possible because of the age difference. But you know, one thing that I did not consider, and as you guys know, I talk about chemistry and energy, you know, between people. And you know, I've even gone so far as to implement it in my dating process. You know, I get a lot of criticism because of that, because a lot of people say I disqualify so many people. But that's the thing. Yes, I'm disqualifying all the people that wouldn't do well with me intimately. We're talking about an intimate level, you know. So yes, I am excluding all the people that would not be favorable to me intimately. And that's what you want to do, because I mean, you want to shift through, because you got to remember, there's a lot of, you know, people to choose from. You know, there are what, 7.8 billion people on the world, probably more than that. There's billions of people on the world, so I gotta shift through thousands of them. You know, I'm gonna come in contact with a lot of people, so I gotta be able to shift through all these people to figure out, okay, who's gonna fit me best. So, you know, I should choose to use the method of chemistry and energy. But I never thought about using the method when dating a younger man. So as you know, guys all know that, you know, if you're a Scorpio, the Virgo is your perfect match. And for all of you that are curious about what your perfect match is, I have done a video, I think it's on YouTube, and it explains it in detail. Very, very good detail. So go find it, check it out, watch my videos, and thank you if you do. And subscribe to the channel, plug in. So I never thought about taking that chemistry and energy ideology and applying it to dating a younger man. And you said, well, why a younger man? Well, you know, I haven't had much luck with the older men. And I'll get into that later. Because I'll probably create a firestorm over that. And I don't mean any harm by it, but, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, I haven't had that much luck with the older men, because it's like, I'm ready for a relationship. You know, I'm 39 going on 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm a water sign. So water signs, you know, we do real well in relationships. And I'm tired of the pointless sex, the meaningless sex, and, you know, just encountering people that I just don't really have any feelings for. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with that person that I just, like, am just magnetized to, you know? So my whole thing is, that's what I want. So I'm holding out for that, you know? So I started looking at younger men again, you know? Well, what would it be like dating a younger Virgo versus a Virgo my age or an older Virgo? What would it be like dating a younger Virgo? Would the chemistry and the energy still be there? You know? Would the relationship flow the same as it would if I were with someone of my same age? I don't know. I've been testing it out. I've been trying it out. I've been looking at it, you know? And I think that might be the save all for men, the young men that are looking to date an older man, and older men that are on the fence of dating younger men. So yeah, I've encountered some younger Virgos and paid them some attention, and you know, the chemistry and the energy is there. And like, even though there might be a difference in age, there might be an age gap, surprisingly it still works. Like, you really don't even feel it. It's just very interesting. It's very interesting. And you know, people, you know, I talk about this stuff, and I implore everybody, try it. It won't hurt. I mean, it won't hurt more than you've already been hurt already, you know, using the method that you use now. Because most people, you know, they just, oh yeah, he look good, oh man, he's sexy, man, wow, yo, what's up, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, y'all try to make it work, and y'all chemistry and energy just ain't there. Y'all fighting to make something work. It's just not gonna work in anyways, because, you know, you went off of impulses. You went off of, you know, your sexual urges, you know, what you could see, what was appealing to your satisfactory taste buds, whatever. And that just doesn't work. I find the chemistry and energy works a whole lot better when it comes to being intimate. So, I want to know what you guys think. You know, I think that using chemistry and energy, if you're a young man and you want to date an older man, you know, if you are a young Pisces, look for a older man that's a Capricorn. Now, there's going to be certain things about that Capricorn that are going to tell you whether he's a good Capricorn. And young and older men, you know, if you are looking for, you know, a significant other, and the guys that, you know, that are your age or older than you don't appeal, and you want to go with something a little younger, if you're older, let's say if you're an older Leo, well, guess what? You need to find you a younger, I think it's a younger Gemini. Yes, Gemini. Those two work best intimately, on an intimate level. But I want to know what you guys think. You know, would you be willing to try dating a younger man under different pretenses, under a different dating method? You know, young men, would you be willing to date an older man, you know, by a different method, by a different measure? Let me know what you guys think about this particular Tony Talks, this particular subject. Do you think that a young man and an older man can have a successful relationship just anyways, and just in general? You know, I want to know what you guys think. So let me know. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter All I'm Tony 215. And until then, people, I love you all. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. Peace.